Srila Bhagavad. Please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and to your most auspicious Vyas Puja anniversary celebration. Thank you for letting this fallen soul serve your lotus feet. I do not know what kind of pious activities I have performed in the past to receive the privilege of serving your divine grace. It must be only by the mercy of Krishna that I obtained it. I have first-hand experience, due to being close to you for the last 30 years, how hard you work for Srila Prabhupada's pleasure and the disciplic succession. You work hard day and night performing austerities and penance so that this movement will go on for generations to come and to save the suffering conditioned souls from repeated birth and death. As disciples and followers of yours, we cannot repay the mercy and compassion you have given to us. We can only try to repay you by following in your footsteps, to preach boldly and vigorously the message of Lord Nityananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, please give us the strength and inspiration to continue on with our devotional service and to sincerely follow your instructions till our last breath. May your fame spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter at your lotus feet. Your humble servant, Bhakti Anugraha Janardhan Swami. Srila Bhagavad Ki Jai. So we're asked to speak a little bit more about our spiritual master. We're so fortunate to have met him. It's only by the will of the providence, or will of the Lord, that we have such a nice, wonderful spiritual master who cares about us. A few times he told me that the only reason that he travels is to see how his disciples are making advancement in Krishna consciousness. Just like we took this part of agreement to follow his instructions, and by following the instructions coming from him through the disciplic succession, he will lead us go back home, back to Godhead. Just like Krishna is so eager for the conditioned souls to go back home, back to Godhead, more than the conditioned souls would want to go back home, back to Godhead. So similarly, our spiritual master is the same. He is much more eager than us to go back home, back to Godhead than we do. And this is not very easy because he has to perform this duty as a spiritual master. It says that this spiritual master is not Jiva Tattva. The spiritual master has his own Tattva, Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva means he is not covered up by the material energy. He is beyond the material energy. Which means if we take shelter on his lotus feet, then we can also become free from the enamour or attraction of the material energy. Unfortunately, we don't have that much eagerness to go back home, back to Godhead as much as he does. So somehow, if we follow his instructions, as I mentioned here, not many of us see the Guru many times during the year. Practically, as even Srila Prabhupada says, he only met his Guru Maharaj only 10 times. But Srila Prabhupada, he considered the instructions of his Guru Maharaj his life and soul. So for many of us who's not able to see our Guru Maharaj very often, but his instructions towards us, especially at the time of initiation, following the four regulative principles and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without any offenses. In this way, the connection is there eternally. It is not that we only good in the beginning and in the middle and in the end we're not be able to follow it. So that's why it is mentioned that Vani, or the instructions of the spiritual master, is much more important than Vapu. And we would like to pray to the Supreme Lord to give our spiritual master more and more years of his existence here with us, so that he'll be able to continue guide us. Would like to humbly request the Supreme Lord to give him much better health, and so he'll be able to guide us continuously. So our only prayer today is that also he may be able to bless us, so that we'll be able to continue on with our bhakti without any interruption, become free from material desires ultimately, and go back home, back to Godhead. Srila Bhagavad Pada Ke Jai. We just came back also from traveling from Russia, Moscow, Canada, and USA. We just came back. As far as I can see, is always increasing, which is very difficult to understand, especially at his age right now. We're celebrating his 78th appearance day today. The time that he spent in traveling and meeting different devotees, for an ordinary person, it is not possible, because he is on a different level. He is able to understand who is Krishna. We're not able to understand also Srimati Radharani and Lord Shiva. There are these four tattvas that not able to fully comprehend. But somehow or other, we don't need to comprehend. We just need to develop our love towards our Guru Maharaj by following his instructions and to preach in the same. Then the more our Guru Maharaj will be pleased, and therefore Krishna will be pleased. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadat nagati kutopi. Without the mercy of Guru, we're not able to get the mercy of Krishna, and vice versa. So please continue on with our bhakti, but increase preaching. And definitely the number one in the world, number one temple is Delhi. Why? Because you can tell by the number of books that's being distributed here. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. So the proof that this is number one temple in the world is because everyone here is so much inspired by our Guru Maharaj to give the conditioned souls the Harinam, and also the Srila Prabhupada's transcendental books. So we cannot thank enough our Guru Maharaj. We can only repay him by preaching vigorously like him. Hare Krishna. Srila Bhagavad Pada Ke